Nexus, where we spotlight some of our favorite local businesses and entrepreneurs. I am super stoked today. I have a really awesome person for you guys
Thank
to
you.
meet. I got Katy Martin here with LNK Commercial. Welcome, Katy.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited. I've watched I don't know how many episodes of this, so
Oh,
it's
good.
fun to
Like all of your friends
jump.
have been on?
Totally.
If you have any suggestions of other people that need to be on the show, let me know.
Watch out.
Yeah.
We'll start tagging everybody, right?
Yeah, or if you guys want to volunteer out there, you guys can
Volunteer.
hop on board.
That's definitely the best route to go.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for being here.
Absolutely.
You're awesome. I know everyone's going to be super entertained and
I hope so.
have a good time. So that's what the plan is.
That's right.
today.
Always have fun.
Always. Well, Katy, tell us all about you and where you're from and
Sure.
what you've been doing.
Oh man. Well, I suppose I should start with I'm a Lincolnite, so that gets me
For
in
sure.
trouble. You can't take me anywhere without knowing someone. So there's pros and cons to that every day. I've been lucky enough to grow up in Lincoln. I have wonderful friends and family here. Went to Wesleyan. I went to East. I always have to say that because I went to East. Go Spartans. I coach soccer there now. And then I went to Wesleyan, and I like to say I grew up at Madonna. I was at Madonna Rehab Hospital for years and years, and then had a really fun opportunity to work at Hurdat, both doing digital work as well as working in the rail yard.
That was when we met. Like,
Was it? I think you might be right.
I think you were there.
I think you're right. We had our office in the rail yard.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was really fun to know and to see something that had changed in Lincoln over the last few years that even not a lot of our friends who have moved out of the city know about.
Right.
So
the craziest part about that part of the story, sorry, I'm going to interrupt,
Please.
but I knew nothing about SEO at the time. And now, like, that's all I talk about is
right?
SEO.
Yeah.
So I
Look
was
at that
starting my
good-
business
look
when
at that role reversal.
this was like
Perfect.
brand new True North Technologies, and all we
Yep.
were was app and website development, but we didn't offer SEO.
You're right.
And I wanted to be found. And so I know there's a ton of business owners that
Yeah.
are out there right now, like they just got a website done and they're like, well, now how do people find it?
Right.
So that's
yeah,
how
what's
you,
next?
but I mean, it was like mind blowing. It was like opened up my eyes to like,
Mhm.
oh man, so many things. So
Yes.
that was
all
really
of the
cool.
next step. That's true. Man, time flies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, time definitely flies.
Yeah.
So I've always had a super strong interest in real estate. I bought my first house in the peak of the market in 2005, like a crazy kid who was 22, I think. And I kept it as a rental for years. I learned a lot. I probably made money, lost money, have wonderful tenant stories. But
oh, the joys.
right.
The joys.
But I got my first taste of real estate and I loved it. So
Yeah.
owned a couple of homes at one point in time, and then from there I got my license a couple of years ago, and it was just I wasn't sure if it was a hobby or if it was an entrepreneur or if it was something I wanted to do. And here we sit. After some reflection, I knew I wanted to work for myself.
Yep.
Basically, have good partners, but also be able to manage my day and find something I was interested in that could be beneficial both for work and play and friends and everyone else.
I remember the day that we were at Patty's Pub and you told me that you're like, I'm doing this. I'm doing it for real.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go find some good properties.
Yeah,
and
we're
I was
gonna
like,
have fun. Yep.
I was like, okay.
I know. And here we sit. A couple
and
years.
we're doing it.
I
We're
know.
finding them.
Yeah,
so
we're finding them, and
Yeah.
it is the Wild West. People have been talking about real estate pre-pandemic, but I think the discussion around real estate really picked up during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Mostly based upon a supply and demand issue, whether that was residential or commercial. And here we are. We're still talking about that in Lincoln.
And I think people thought commercial would see this massive hit, and that's not really been the case. Like, the tenancies are not dropping from what I've seen.
Yeah, I think there are some buildings, that I believe have just very strong tenants, and so they're able to keep those leases and keep their doors open. I think there are others who saw some transition or are moving into a hybrid model where some of their employees might be working at home and some might be working in the office, so they're downsizing a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. The market in general didn't plunge, and I don't foresee anything like that. I definitely can't tell the future, and I have no idea what's going on, with the state of the world. But I think that
it has been really interesting just watching kind of the economic fallout from pandemic on all like different industries, but real estate in particular. Everyone realized, oh yeah, I don't like my house. I'm in it all the time. I better go find something I do like.
Can you imagine if I was super handy, my whole house probably would be renovated by now. But because I just look at these projects and think, oh, I should do this to my fireplace. At least I don't fully activate it, or
Yeah,
who
you
knows?
don't.
Who knows
Well,
what my house would
or
look
just
like right
go
now.
to Home Depot, buy all the stuff, and then not use it.
And let it just
Because
sit
that's
in the
probably
garage.
what I would do.
Oh, that's totally what I would do.
Yeah, I
I'd be
mean,
calling
I
on
got really good
friends.
intentions, and like I'm out there. I'm getting started.
Who can design
I can
this
start a
and
lot of
execute
projects
it?
and not finish them,
Yeah.
if you believe that.
I do believe it. I'm also probably similar in some ways. Like, oh, I think I need new window coverings. They are the same ones that have been in my house since I moved in. And I like to think
Yeah.
it was 4 years ago that I moved in, but I'm pretty sure it was more like 6.
Yeah.
So just have to find the right person who will perfectly work with your needs, and off you go.
Yeah, well, Katy knows her stuff when it comes to real estate. So I have really enjoyed working with you. She is like always on it. That's what I love about you. You're like, I got this deal. This is how it's going to happen. What do you need from me? And you're just like making calls on my behalf to the owners or the lenders or the title company or whoever. And you're just getting everything done. And it's been a lot of fun at the same time. But I'm excited to see where you go with real estate. I knew you would do like an awesome job. Back to that conversation at Patty's Pub when you said you were going into real estate, I was like, you are destined for this. You're going to be amazing and be super successful.
Thanks.
So you've made a great transition.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I found a business partner, and we're a super small brokerage. Devin Wagner, a lot of people know Devin.
Yeah.
And I think we're super like-minded, which is just simply we'll hustle for our people and return phone calls and emails and just do what we can for the people who are in front of us. And I think that's also how I grew up. You know, customer service is always number one. And
yeah, you've worked like your whole life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, in the customer service world or the operational world. You know, working at a health and fitness center, I can honestly tell you nothing goes right every day, you know, when you work there. So it's really just making sure that you're taking care of the person in front of you. And if that's a simple text message or an email or making an extra phone call, for me, it's the right thing to do. And I think a lot of the commercial agents in Lincoln do a wonderful job with putting the consumer first and their client first. And that's why we're lucky here to have just a nice group of people. And in our brokerage, I've got the support of someone who will help, you know, if there's something different or something I don't know. You know,
right.
to be able
you have
to
that
call
experience
someone.
that he brings to the table.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, tell us what you love about real estate.
Oh, what do I love about real estate? I love that it's different every day.
Yeah.
I love that each person who I'm working with has not only a different personality, but also a different business.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's like Tetris, right? Like finding the right space for the right person at the right price point, because all of those things are super important. And it's different than a home. You know, for me, I'm not a specialist in residential real estate, so it's not like you're finding your forever home, but how many hours a day do we all spend at work?
So much.
And the environment that you want to be happy and healthy at work.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about work-life balance, we talk about your feng shui, right?
Yeah.
Or like however your office is set up. And
Right.
I've seen a bunch of super cool offices, but it's really important that you find the right thing financially, but also it's got like just every piece that makes sense. And for us, we like to be close to home.
Right.
We don't like to drive
No.
very far. I think that's
We're spoiled
pretty
here.
normal in our town, is that we don't like to, town, city, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we don't like to drive very far. So
Yeah.
finding that puzzle piece, I think, is also really important.
Right.
Um,
Well, and I think it's important to know, like, you're not only going to represent people that are buying commercial spaces.
Yeah.
Even if they're just looking to lease, you
Sure.
can help them find a space too,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. And a lot of people are looking to, I think in Lincoln, we're super lucky to have banks and entrepreneurs who all support each other to find the right place for a startup. And then maybe they're looking to lease a bigger space, or maybe they're ready to buy something.
Yeah.
And the community really puts their hands around those people so they can be successful. I mean, you would be a story of that, right? Or like,
Well, I mean,
what we
yeah,
have
in
here at SCC
about
is,
another year, we're going to be needing to find commercial
Yeah.
space. You know, it's nice that the college has this program.
Mhm.
It's kind of for startups, and they
Yep.
definitely help out on subsidizing the cost of it and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually you have to kind of grow your wings and
Right.
leave the
And see,
leave the nest.
leave the coop. Is it a coop or a nest?
I don't know. I really like the word coop though.
Perfect. We'll use coop. So yeah, I mean, absolutely. Buying, selling, leasing. It's all ever evolving, and that's whether it's a restaurant or an office or.
Oh yeah, you were telling
mean-
me like some of the new restaurants that
Yes.
started.
Yeah.
Tell us all about that.
So I was thinking today I could bring just some fun information about restaurants that opened in the last year.
Yeah.
And I was actually just doing some World Wide Web research and came across an article that had just published. So I want to give a shout out to Grow Lincoln.
They're awesome.
Yep, they do a
They
great
know
job.
everything happening in this town.
Yeah, yep, definitely.
Just like you. I mean, I feel
Boots
like
on
you
the
tell me all
ground.
that kind of stuff
Yeah,
too.
try to be. So I want to give a shout out to them because they really helped build this list, and it was fun because I didn't realize that we had so many different restaurants all over town that had opened. So
Like
you
all
can
kinds
cruise
of
any
like
quadrant.
cuisine too. Like it's a
Yeah.
really wide variety right now, I think.
Yes,
So,
definitely. I didn't even realize some of these had opened, so it was
so
really
you're getting
fun.
like an inside scoop from Katy Martin.
Yes,
LNK
and
Commercial here.
You
'Cause,
can
like,
check it out. It'll be online as well. Check out Grow Lincoln because I want to make sure they get some street cred for this. Okay, so Renee mentioned new cuisine. I think that's super important. So there is Malaysian. I'm probably messing up this name. It's Rendang Malaysian. There is a Middle Eastern restaurant, Taj Ali, on North 17th Street. B&A Soul. I'm not sure the cuisine they serve on 31st and O. We have a new Venezuelan restaurant on North Cotner.
Oh.
I feel like that would be super fun. These all sound
Oh,
great.
is that close to that breakfast place?
I bet so.
Cook's Cafe?
Yep.
I bet it's close to that.
Yep. Boxcar Barbecue, for those of you who are North Siders or love to venture to the North Side, they're in Havelock.
Okay, let's just give a shout out to all the North and Northeast
Right?
Lincoln people
Yeah.
out there.
I mean,
they're cool people. I like Northeast Lincoln.
Northeast Lincoln is a fun spot to be. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can hit up, like Arnold's Boxcar.
Yeah.
I recently went to, the Engine Cafe.
Oh yeah, Engine House.
I mean, I haven't been there in
So
I don't know
good.
how long. The food was
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
and it was
And the
packed.
people are super nice.
People are great.
Yeah.
And it was packed. All
Yeah.
ages, shapes, and
Yeah.
sizes. So, let's see, what else do I have for you? Of course, the Napoli's. I think Napoli's has gotten
Yeah.
a bunch of just rave reviews. Relish Lunch and Catering. I have not tried that. That's on 6th and Van Dorn.
Oh.
So that was an interesting one for me.
Maybe like
El
sandwiches.
Potro, which is not El Portrero, on South 10th Street.
That's confusing.
I believe that's in the old Pizza Hut, which was super funny because you see those memes of like, this is what Pizza Hut looked like in the 90s.
Yeah.
With the red cups.
Yes.
And what else do you remember about Pizza Hut?
Well, I just remember the roofs on those were so like
Yeah.
distinct.
You can always
And
tell
brown
a
brick,
former
like-
Pizza Hut building.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're never.
I mean,
they're
they
always-
look at
they're the
all
same.
I can picture is the one from West Point,
Yep.
and it was like the exact same thing, just in every single town.
Mine was Wahoo. I always remembered Wahoo because I
Yeah.
played basketball at the Wahoo Hoops, and you'd come into town
Yes.
and there would be Pizza Hut, and
You
you knew
can-
you were getting it for lunch.
Right, and you could smell it, and it was
Yeah.
to die
It
for.
took up the whole town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of pizza, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Vic's.
Right.
Because
yeah.
their pizza they're always changing it. It's so good.
Yeah. So that's where Sebastian's Table was in
Yep.
Glen Oaks, like 84th and Pioneers,
Yeah.
south of there.
Yes.
And then Dami Dami is a
of course.
Mediterranean restaurant, and they're like right
Yep.
under the Bourbon. No.
They're North 13th.
Yeah.
So
P.
like 13th and P. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
was-
Rococo. Sorry, I knew it
Yeah,
wasn't Bourbon.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Rococo. Cool.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet, and a lot of people are speaking pretty highly of that too. So there's a
Well-
bunch of good food around here.
You and I should go to lunch.
I think we can make that happen.
Okay, what else? Is there anything else that we want to talk about today before?
Oh,
What is your like advice to somebody that wants to get into real estate or
sure.
or on the buying side? Something that you think other people, the world must know. The Nexus viewers must
The
know.
Nexus, the world must know. I would say if you are thinking about buying or leasing or selling real estate, make sure someone's in your corner. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be me. It can be anyone, whether that's a residential agent, whether that's someone in another commercial brokerage. Just find someone who is
Yes.
on your side because there are a lot of moving parts that we don't always think about or we don't know how to
Things
ask
can
about.
change really quickly
Yep.
in a transaction, and your realtor will just go to bat for you.
Yes.
And you didn't have to do anything.
I think that's really important. And we don't always know
Especially on the buy
questions.
side. Okay, there's so
Yeah.
many reasons on the sell side too, but on the buy side, it costs you nothing
Mm-hmm.
to have someone represent you, go
Yep.
to bat for you,
Yep.
and then make sure you're protected, like you're not agreeing to something that you shouldn't
I think
or
so,
getting
too.
taken advantage of.
Right.
But then on the seller side of things, like they know the market. They have people calling them for that type of property, and
Mm-hmm.
generally speaking, you're going to get more for.
Yeah,
the
generally
property.
speaking, I think you'll get more for your property, but
Yeah.
also I feel like we all know this because we're in business development is like the market always bears what something is worth.
Yeah.
And so being just super thoughtful about that and having an expert, helping you get there,
Yeah.
I think is important.
Yeah.
For someone who's interested in just becoming an agent, I would say chat with another agent, and whether I would probably do both. Meet with a residential agent, meet with
Yeah.
a commercial agent, and then from there, if you get your license, find the right brokerage that works for you because there are really
Yeah.
good ones in town.
Yeah. LNK Commercial being one of them.
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah, I think it's really a good thing to mention that you can start in commercial. I guess the misconception I've always had of real estate is that most commercial realtors started in residential and migrated over to commercial, but that's not
Mhm.
really the case. And I don't know why I thought that, but anyways, I think it's cool. Like
Yeah.
you're perfectly suited for commercial. You know so many people like in the
In the business,
business world, corporate world, like
Yeah.
business owners, and so I think it's
Yeah.
a great fit for you. So
Thank you.
there's probably some other people out there that know tons of people that could be awesome commercial realtors
Probably.
and work with Katy every day because that would be rad.
That would be super fun. Always adding people to the network. It's what we
Yeah.
do, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
that is
Definitely.
one thing we are capable of.
I think so too.
Build your network. Talk
Build
to
your network,
Katy.
definitely.
If you're buying or selling, talk to Katy. And
We'll make sure we take care of you.
yeah, perfect. Well, everybody, we really appreciate you tuning in. Katy's awesome. Thank you so much for coming in
Thanks
today.
for having me.
I appreciate you. All right. Talk to you guys later.